What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Wavy, the Silver Surfer of the YouTube gaming streets. And I'm back with another podcast type video. Had a couple of things that I wanted to get off my chest tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and do just that. We're gonna talk about a couple topics that everybody's been talking about. You know, the trending topics, the shit you be seeing on Twitter and shit. And man, it's crazy, bro. Like, I don't want to seem like I'm amazed by shit, but it's crazy. Like, looking back, gaming, when I first started gaming, or not even like gaming back in the PS1, PS2 days, bro. If you would have told me that shit would have been going down on social media sites like Twitter, man, I wouldn't have believed you back in the day. I would have been like, nigga, what the hell is you smoking on? But the gaming community, I gotta give it that. No matter whether you a Xbot, a Sony pony, or a PC master race, dude, um, they be getting Twitter lit. Like, y'all motherfuckers, shout outs to y'all, cause y'all motherfuckers actually be having shit trending on Twitter and shit, bro. Both for the right and the wrong reasons, which is the shame that I would say, cause a lot of shit be some fake bullshit, which I'm gonna get into later. Uh, right now, I wanted to speak about Craig and his game, Halo Infinite, being delayed and pushed back. And to be honest, I've seen Craig. Craig has become a legend, a meme, which is a meme is probably something of greater value than a legend, especially to the internet. Like, what the fuck is a legend, bro? It's all about the memes. But Craig, bro, they about to give you some facial reconstruction and probably apply textures here and there. So I don't mind them delaying the game. It's like, bro, think about it, dog. And developers have said this before too. Like, if you launch a game broken or a game bad with things that you could have ironed out, the game's always, people are always gonna have that memory. Like, look at when you think about Assassin's Creed, whichever one it was that came out for the PS4. That I think the nigga was in France or some shit. That characters were missing their whole face, nigga. I still got that picture. I'm still haunted by that shit till this day. Till this day, I'm haunted by that shit, bro. But they probably, I haven't even seen, to keep it 100 with you, I'm so disinterested in Xbox that I haven't even seen the trailer for that game, which I probably should have done that before doing this. But fuck it, Craig tells it all, bro. Just look at Craig's face, bro. And look at the expression on Craig's face, dog. And you'll see why Halo Infinite was delayed, dog. Me, myself, I've never been a big fan of Halo. And I don't see how niggas like Halo over Call of Duty, because in that game, you can't, for real, I don't know about the latest Halos, but I think even in the latest Halo, I remember in Reach, nigga, you couldn't aim down the hips in Halo Reach. And I had Halo Reach, right? I had Halo Reach because I bought an Xbox, bro, a 360, and that shit came for free with it. And I guess I'm gonna get into a story about the 360, right? So I went and made my first Xbox 360 purchase at a GameStop, right? So I'm happy. I don't remember how old I was, nigga, but I remember that I was happy. Uh, went counting my money. I might have had a credit card. I don't remember it, but basically, I went to GameStop, America's favorite gaming store, or probably even the world's at this point. I went to good old GameStop. And when I went to good old GameStop, I got in a line this was pre-coronavirus time, bro. So if you could picture, niggas wasn't that close to each other, but it was at least like 6 motherfuckers in line and shit. Like, even thinking about that shit is kind of disgusting right now. But I asked for my 360, bro. I get my 360. I pay good old GameStop. I let them swipe the credit card, right? These motherfuckers sell me the Xbox. They pack it up in a bag. I go home, basically. Everything's good, right? No problem. So far, everything's going good and swell. I unpack my 360 and I hook it up to my TV, bro, which was like 60 inches or some shit at the time. And so far, so good, nigga. I even made a fucking character on, one of those amiibo dudes or whatever they're called on the avatars on the Xbox. Everything was swell till I go to connect to the internet, dog. Like, out the box, these motherfuckers at GameStop, this shit wouldn't connect to the Wi-Fi, dog. Like, I tried resetting the Xbox 360 3 times, 2, 3, 4, I don't remember. It was a long ass time ago, and I'm just telling you guys this story, but this is filler basically. But this motherfucker didn't work. It didn't connect to the internet. Didn't have the Wi-Fi chip or whatever the fuck it is that it has inside of it. It didn't work. So I called GameStop and some chick answers. And I tell her, hey GameStop, I just bought an Xbox 360. And out the box, I can't connect to the Wi-Fi. And you know what answer this chick gives me, bro? She's like, oh, you're gonna have to contact Microsoft about that shit. And basically, to make the long story short, I packed everything up nice and gently to make it look like it was never open, and I returned that shit, took my ass to Best Buy and got one, and when I got it from Best Buy, it worked. And if it wouldn't have worked, they would have just gave me a working one. So ever since then, I fucked with Best Buy over GameStop. But as I was saying, bro, basically, bro, just look at fucking Craig's face, dog, and you'll see. If you can't tell why Halo Infinite is delayed, take a good look at Craig and look at his eyes, bro. Try to find his souls through the window of his eyes, and you'll see the answer, dog. The answer lies within his eyes. Oh, good luck to whoever's waiting for that game. I don't see nobody. Probably Kids Move, you know, Kids Move and the Xbox camp, whoever they are nowadays, because all of those niggas flip-flopped. All of those niggas is PlayStation dudes nowadays. But I'm just gonna leave that shit at that. Like, there's no sense in beating a dead horse, dog. Like, y'all really thought this shit wasn't gonna get delayed? The whole fucking next generation consoles, they should fucking be delayed till next year. Because one, I'm not sure how you motherfuckers are manufacturing them with the pandemic and everything going on. The ones that come out first are gonna be hella limited. So, and motherfuckers have died, especially in America. Somebody's always died over a console, my nigga. If you're going to a midnight launch, which I doubt that will happen, just get your shit shipped, bro. Because it would be unfortunate to see niggas die over the PS5. And especially over the Xbox Series X, bro. I do not want to hear about that, bro. I'm going to lose all hope in society if that shit happens, and I'm not even joking. But these consoles definitely should get pushed back, just so that y'all can make just so they go through proper quality proceedings and checkings and all of that. I would love for that to be the point, instead of, oh, y'all rushed this out and now you niggas basically gotta wait till we can either patch the consoles or you'll ship them. You guys know we've been through this like before. We've tangled with new releases of consoles and all of that before. So that is that. Okay, the next topic is pretty interesting. It's Fortnite versus Apple and Google. So I'm not the most super informed motherfucker. I didn't look up. I don't know the leaders of the Epic Store's names. I don't know the leaders of Apple's names or none of that. But I got the gist of what's going on. And basically, when I first heard about this, let me tell y'all about my experience with these news. I guess is story. No, these news, because this is some shit that actually happened. Basically, I heard when I first heard about it, I was hearing that they were lowering the price of fucking whatchamacallit of V-Bucks, right? And it turns out that wasn't really the case. Well, it was the case kind of, but I don't know. Some okay, let me get to what I do understand about this. Basically, um Epic, right, the makers of Fortnite, they just try to cut the middleman so that they could get all the money. I'm not sure how much bread they was breaking with Apple and Google whenever they were selling V-Bucks through their stores, their app stores, right? But the shitty thing is, bro, that I heard that they cut the price, bro, and this shit was only $2 less. Like that shit wasn't even a real deal for real, bro. They might as well had just made it $1 less at that. And basically, they wanted 100% of that money. How much money they get when they sell $10 worth of V-Bucks? I couldn't tell you that shit because I don't know. But they was basically trying to cut the middleman out, dog. Like that's how life works, man. And it's not always a smart thing to try to cut the middleman out, especially when you two big companies, dog. Like Fortnite, yo, like this game is, I don't even know what words to choose to really describe it, bro, because I don't want to say a miracle or nothing, but this is a successful game that I want to say came from out of nowhere, bro, and like just took over. They've made like so much money, dog, and it's like the first time I played it, I thought the game was broken and that it wasn't really worth playing, so I never really learned how to play that game, right? But they have billions, I'm assuming. I'm not gonna look that answer up. Sometimes I like this stuff that I'm telling you, take it with a grain of salt. Not everything is factuals. It's mostly my opinions here, but it's not just opinions, right? It's informed opinions. Unlike these other dudes who are just out here making up lies and shit. Speaking of, basically some dude, how I was saying the whole trending on Twitter shit earlier, um, some dude basically spread some bullshit ass news about uh the PS5, not the 4, the PS5 not being able to really handle 4K. I did not read this shit. Like when I see these titles, I just take the titles. It's like you gotta watch out because everything is like how they do on YouTube, bro. Like, and it's not even YouTube. It's how the newspaper been doing. They always try to clickbait you, nigga. Whenever I see a clickbaity shit, I just leave it alone. But this shit, like, got bigger than what it was, and I'm not sure whether it was an employee from somewhere or who the hell it was, but they decided to lie about something just to put the Xbox Series X in good light against Sony, which is your fault. The console's launching with no games, bro. Like, what the hell, dog? How do you launch a new console? Y'all might as well delay the new console, Microsoft, even if it's just y'all. Just delay that shit, dog, because it ain't no point. All of the, and then y'all making a weaker one at that, one that has less teraflops. So I don't know, Phil. You need to fucking get your act together. You need to be fired for real, my nigga. I don't know how you on the squad. Like, I'm guessing they offered you a new position or some shit somewhere else, and you just there saying whatever the fuck they tell you to say. Microsoft, if y'all want to hire somebody that can help y'all flip your whole gaming shit around, I could help y'all. Like, honestly, I might not have a degree or I might not be going into for programming or none of that shit, but I could absolutely help y'all as far as fucking making games and trying to give you ideas and whatever, and definitely QA quality testing, nigga. Like, because Microsoft, if anything, dog, this generation, y'all niggas showed a lack for the developers of like these third-party games or most third-party games. There was already a lack of quality, right? But when you go to Microsoft, there's really like it's the bare minimum and sometimes even below the bare minimum of quality in certain games, dog. And I don't even know if it was the community. I don't think the community, y'all do got a hand in the fact that Microsoft is what it is today, and that the Xbox as a brand might completely die, because they might completely let this motherfucker die. And y'all made it only about multiplayer. They trying to push that Game Pass on y'all, because they already knew y'all already felt for a subscription when y'all niggas started paying for $60 for online. They already got that shit. That's when they ended gaming. They preferred the subscription service. And that's what a lot of niggas don't realize, that a lot of them are complaining and shit, or they don't mind, and it's because people are already indoctrinated to all these fucking subscriptions. Some subscriptions could save you money, but Game Pass, dog, shit, nigga, you better off smoking Reggie if you about to fucking if you about to fucking get Game Pass, dog. So no quality station, the Xbox Series X. Delay that shit. Nobody wants one of those. Good luck to whoever gets a fucking Xbox Series X, dog, or who's looking forward to it. If you're looking forward to a Xbox Series X over a PS5 right now, which the PS5 is innovating shit, dog. Like, if that SSD works and all of that shit really loads in 2 seconds, dog, that's really gonna change the quality of gaming for real, nigga. Not just in games are gonna look better and all of that, but your quality, because your time, nigga, is gonna be less time that you're gonna spend at loading screens and more time playing games, dog. So I'm hoping the PS5 is everything is claiming to be right now. And I'm hoping that shit is upwards of $600, cause from everything that I don't like, upwards of 500 for real, just to make it consumer friendly. But y'all should be expecting to pay 600, or what y'all could do is wait 2 or 3 years and beat all these games that y'all haven't beat on the PS4 yet, bro, and call it a day. Wait till that shit gets a price drop, cause eventually the technology is gonna get cheaper to produce. And voila, the console thus gonna get cheaper, right? That's the way that like these things have always worked. In order to predict the future, my nigga, sometimes all you gotta do is look back into the past, dog. And as far as PS4 this generation, it wasn't the most amazing of generations, but it was definitely a good one, I could say. It was definitely a positive one. Like, the exclusive games were good. There was a lot of narrative stories, or a lot of narrative games with narrative in this. A lot of good cinematic scenes and stuff, bro. And the only thing, that I hated about this generation for Sony, it seemed like a lot of their games took on RPG elements. If you look at God of War 18, right? that game has RPG elements because you gotta upload these whole skill trees when you get. But that game's always sort of been like that, but it was more of a Devil May Cry aspect where you can unlock shit, but you still have to do your own combos. I think it's the fighting is simpler here, but it's still like something that you gotta learn nonetheless. But it had a heavier RPG focus because you could upgrade your armor and install, like, I'm gonna call them badges or whatever that was. And then you could look at Horizon was the same way. You had to like get skills, better weapons, better armor. I'm gonna go and play that game and finish it, but I don't remember if you can install shit like materia basically. And then we had FF7, which is an exclusive till it comes out next year for everything else, right? We had that RPG style game. It also had action, but you really needed to think with some enemies. Some enemies you couldn't just beat down. Some enemies you had to like strategize for. Um Spider-Man had its RPG skill trees and everything too. Which but Spider-Man felt more like an action game though. That's what I liked about Spider-Man's. And when they do games like this, I like them when they feel more like the action takes the driver's seat over the RPG elements. I hate it when it's like, okay, this plays like actions, but the RPG stats on your armor and all of that, that's what's gonna determine your survivability and all of that. But yeah, like the a lot of the games that came out on the PS4 were like that, and I couldn't tell you about the games that came out on the fucking Xbox One because there really was no games that you couldn't play anywhere else. For a long time, the true only exclusive of that system was Sunset Overdrive. And that shit came out on PC 2 years ago, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on PS4 one day, cause niggas is playing Cuphead on PS4 today and stuff. And it's just sad to, like, for real, bro, like, see Xbox being a shell of I don't want to say a shell of its former self because I don't even think Xbox was even that popular. In my life, the PlayStation's always been there, nigga. Like, I had a NES, a Super NES, Sega Genesis. After the Genesis, I had a PS1, and ever since I had that PS1, nigga, I've always been a PlayStation nigga. I had a 360 at one point, but the 360 was the popping console. At least at the beginning, when all was said and done, and the dust cleared, nigga, I think the PS3 was the more successful console. But I gotta say, bro, the Xbox 360 was the console, and people just accepted fucking paying for the online subscription. So that's why they're not shying away from doing all these subscriptions and shit. Because if you think about it, at the end of the day, it's cheaper for these niggas. They don't gotta develop a game or software or nothing. For real, they're just gonna go ahead and make fucking. They could just go ahead and make mobile games and put it on the Xbox Series X and shit if they want. Or not even just make mobile games themselves. Fucking mobile gaming has a lot to do with the reason that fucking regular gaming right now is bullshit, because they added all these microtransactions and motherfuckers got addicted to games that they had to wait to keep playing like for 4 hours, 5 hours, right? Or they could pay $5 and it'll go right back, and racking up credit card bills and all of that shit, bro. There's been predatory practices in fucking the gaming industry, bro. Like, I really hate the mobile fucking gaming industry, dog. It's cool if you're playing an RPG or some shit like that, but it's too many games where you gotta pay fucking money to be able to do what you want. Those free to play shits. But I think I've probably talked enough. I think this was a good little bit of time. If you've been here so far, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, definitely share this shit, cause you know. But I'm definitely gonna go ahead and get out of here. Y'all be safe, man. Mask up. Peace out.